Now, though, to the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial. Testimony from the prosecution star witness, Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. She says he forced her to take part in his wild parties. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky is at the court. Good morning, Aaron.
And good morning to you, George. She was 22 and on the brink of stardom. But before long, Cassie Ventura told the jury she was scheduling so many sex performances for Sean Combs, it became her full-time job. This morning, a second day of testimony at Sean Combs' racketeering and sex trafficking trial from ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura. And if it's anything like the first, it could be raw and emotional.
Is she ready?
She's very ready and confident.
With her husband Alex Fine in court watching and 8 months pregnant, Ventura described her decade-long relationship with Combs that she says was plagued by jealousy, violence, and humiliating sex. From the witness stand, Ventura never looked at Combs, but she broke down in tears when she told the jury she took drugs and had sex with male prostitutes while he watched, sometimes for days at a time, because with Combs it was the only one-on-one time I would get. Ventura said she was 22 and really super young, naive, when Combs first proposed the so-called freak-offs. Eventually, they happened so often, Ventura said it would be impossible to remember them all. But she did remember how they felt. I felt disgusting, she said. I was humiliated. At first, she said I was in love and wanting to make him happy. Later, if she refused to participate, she testified she feared making Combs angry. What did Sean do when he was angry, a prosecutor asked. He would be violent with me, Ventura responded. The jury saw some of that on 2016 hotel surveillance video. Ventura said she hurried down the hall trying to escape a sexual encounter that turned violent. I got hit by Sean and I had a black eye, she said. Sean followed me into the hallway, grabbed me up, threw me on the ground, kicked me, tried to drag me back to the room.
In order to prove racketeering, the prosecution is going to have to show that Mr. Combs and others conspired together to further illegal acts. In this particular case, the prosecution is trying to show that Mr. Combs, along with assistants and his security members and other members of his staff, were aware that they were giving illegal drugs out, that they were taking individuals such as Cassie and others against their will to do these sexual acts.
Ventura, who goes by the stage name Cassie, was a young, budding artist signed to Bad Boy Records, hitting mainstream in 2006 with hits like Me and You and Long Way to...
Don't ask me how, but I know that whole song.
But she testified her career was stifled because fulfilling Combs' sexual fantasies became a job where there was no space to do anything else. Some of her testimony was too graphic, it seemed, for members of the jury. They looked down or they shook their heads. The sex that Ventura described, the defense says was consensual, and the defense called Ventura a capable, strong adult who made a free choice. She's expected to be on the stand here all week, guys.
Yeah, I'm sure that testimony was hard to hear there.
That's a tough one. That is very tough one. I hope y'all can hear me. Y'all know, this is a tough one. So I like what the lady said in the first one that says because he's being charged for racketeering, sexual, drug trafficking. So, you know, they got to prove racketeering, which means assistance, like she said, assistance, security, forced them beyond their will to do things. Yes, they might have, now she said that it can imply giving them illegal drugs to sedate them on purpose, or, you know what I'm saying? Now, at the time, it seemed like they was probably doing the pink cocaine. They probably doing the cocaine regular, the weed and all that, but that's just the drug of choice. Now, yes, it might be illegal in those areas you're giving it to them. So you might give somebody weed in New York, it's illegal. You know what I'm saying? Weed, before they just made it legal. Weed in New York illegal, but you go to California, it ain't illegal. But that's, you know, I guess since it's a federal charge, they're going to charge them, it's a federally illegal drug, so that's a legal drug. But the cocaine illegal everywhere, right? But that is the drug of choice. So if they all were doing it, you know what I'm saying, it's not like they were drugged. Everybody had the drugs in their system type shit. But like they said, it's security forcing the prostitutes, the sex workers in Ventura. I mean, whatever her last name is, Cassidy. Are they forcing her to, like, to have sex with them, or no? Because then it wouldn't be racketeering. They got to drop that. And I don't think it's racketeering. It's just between one person and one girl. And I know she says violence and all that, but that can be misconstrued into a relationship. Like the defense is kind of saying, hey, she's a well-bodied adult. You know what I'm saying? She could have easily told somebody what's going on. And then she had her freedom to walk around and roam how she was. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like R. Kelly situation where the security taken everywhere. She can't talk. She can't do nothing. She can't see her parents. Like, this girl seems like she was able to do what she wanted to do, but she was just under the arm of P. Diddy. So, y'all tell me what y'all think about the situation right now. That's just the first day of prosecution. I think today they're doing another one. I just want to get this information out because there's so much. And I'm losing track because every time I post a video, some more come out. And I'm like, dang, am I late? I'm trying not to be, man. It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Right now, I'll give you another one. Right now, I think Diddy looking bad, man. I think he looking bad right now. But, like they said, you got to prove a reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying? Was it sex trafficking, though? Like, if y'all consenting adults and he gave you drugs to use drugs, did he force you to take them? He would get mad, but what would he do when he get mad? She said he'll get violent. Now, what it would entail the violence? Why? And then she also explained why the video is the video. So, for that aspect, I will have to. We got to see another day. We got to see what's going on now because the video basically makes it seem like he was mad. She wanted to leave because she didn't want to do a freak party. You know what I'm saying? With the baby oil. Now, okay, that makes sense. But, you know, what was happening in this aspect? You know, because it seemed like he took a device out of her hand. You know, that's what it's making it seem like, yeah, he forced her to have sex or he beat her. So that looks bad. That looks super duper bad. But she was also walking on the red carpets and stuff with him. So, and it made it look bad because she was, man, I got to make another video because I heard there's a whole video of what was going on in the courtroom when she described what was going on in these freak offs. Like, that's a whole nother video. I just had to update you on what was going on. Now I got to make another video to update you on what was happening in the room. Because in that video, the husband and the babies had to leave the courtroom because it was getting graphic. I think he might divorce her after this. I don't know. But once if your girl did what Diddy had did to her, I wouldn't want her either. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this conversation. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy. Peace.